It started the same way it always does, with my father, a family friend, and I sitting at a restaurant table. And the conversation started plain, but then I heard a familiar refrain as they both said with disdain, "I hate the media." With tinfoil hats on their heads, they exclaimed, "The media are conniving scum. They dictate and manipulate everything we say and do. It's true. The media control all our discussions. They can say whatever they want and see no repercussions. No repercussions." The CBC reports that in 2018, at least 80 journalists were killed, with at least 49 of them murdered specifically because of their jobs. So, saying no repercussions sounds at best like fake news, but the conversation continues. These two men lambasting the media as if their words have no repercussions, as if their words have no repercussions, as if these type of headlines don't tend to make heads roll. Breaking news. The President of the United States declares the media as the enemy of the people. He dabbles in the same rhetoric as communist Russia and fascist Germany, but we live in the 21st century. We've grown beyond such calls for violence. Breaking news. 5 reporters are shot dead at the Capitol Gazette in Annapolis, Maryland. Milo Yiannopoulos says he can't wait for reporters to start getting shot in the streets, but let's chalk this one up to a lone gunman. Breaking news. There's a pipe bomb at CNN sent by a man who worships Trump and whose van is covered in anti-media propaganda. The news is breaking. Jamal Khashoggi, a columnist for the Washington Post, is killed by the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia just because he was a critic of his regime. The news is broken, and these two men, my father and family friends, sit across from me trying to tell me that there are no repercussions, as if they believe that the pen is mightier than the sword, but the lead in a pencil has never been able to stop the lead from a gun, and they don't see how the malice in their eyes can cut me to the core, because how did you both forget what I went to school for? Don't you remember, Dad? I went to school for journalism. Did you think that that diploma was a suicide note? Did you forget that I still work in broadcasting to this day, that tomorrow could be my last transmission because of this hatred of the media? The death penalty seems an awfully high price to pay for laying down camera cables, but I don't report any of this to them. As my father and family friend wax poetic about the demonizing power of the media, I stay radio silent. I don't remind them about what I took in school. I don't remind them of my job, and I don't report my news heartbreaking. And when I woke the next morning, I found my father at the kitchen table reading the newspaper, and I could almost see my name in the headlines. Extra, extra. Read all about it. The news is breaking.